So the cup run is over for Wolverhampton Wanderers. It is a 2-0 defeat tonight at Molineux against Southampton. And to be honest, we've only got ourselves to blame for that, really. Poor performance from start to finish. Offered absolutely nothing. And you could argue it's to do with the team selection. Really, really disappointing that we were one game away from the quarter final with some teams that I still fully believe we should be able to beat in the cup, and we rotate the team like that, or rest players or whatever. Yeah, really, really disappointing performance overall, and there's a lot of pressure now on Sunday. We've got to win on Sunday to sort of write this defeat off. If we get two losses against Southampton, it's not really acceptable, to be honest. We'll talk through the team first. Obviously, it was Ruddy in goal, which we expected. A back three of Romain Saiss, Dendoncker and Max Kilman. Left back, we saw Johnny again, and right back, we saw Kiana Hoover. A middle two of Neves and Matinho again, and then a front three of Fabio Silva, Vitinha and Gibbs White. And straight away, you just look at the team and you know Wolves are going to offer absolutely nothing going forward. Midfield and the back five, I think I would be satisfied within a Premier League game, but with that front three, you were going to create absolutely nothing. And it's no disrespect to those three players, it's that you've got two players there playing wide positions that aren't wingers, and they never have been wingers. They never will be wingers. They're not quick enough on the ball. They're not explosive enough, and we were never going to offer anything really with those two on the wings. And you know, you look out obviously with Pedence injured. You look outside Neto and Adama. Who have you got? Absolutely nobody. And it's been the case since the summer, and we haven't addressed it. So but that was the one. Every time we were linked with a winger, why are we've got too many wingers? We haven't. As soon as you get one injury, you're stumped, really. And it's like the striker situation, really. But you're catering for two positions. But the first half, I mean, a lot of this, you know, you could put a repeat every Wolves game, really. Took us a long while to grow into the game. You know, Southampton dominated the ball probably first 15, 20 minutes of the game. And we defended quite well, to be honest. But at the same time, you know, we allowed them to put that pressure on us. A couple of good blocks. Danny Ings creating himself a lovely chance with a flick over Dendoncker, and a great block by Romain Saiss. And then there was a penalty shout for Wolves later on in the game. You've seen them given. And again, I'll say this argument, and people may disagree with me. If that is a bigger team, that would be looked at a lot more seriously by VAR. He's not won the ball. If it's not clear and obvious, then why are you checking it? I think, you know, and it's a stoppage in play. I think you still give those, to be honest. But yeah, you know, you knew when stuff like that wasn't going to go our way. We didn't really get any luck. Fabio had half a chance as well in the game, but yeah, the front three just didn't offer enough, I'm afraid. Big fan of Fabio Silva, big fan. I'm not a big fan of fans that bash him or whatever. He's obviously not ready, and that's not his fault at the moment. I think, you know, we saw with Pedro Neto, who came into the club slightly older than Fabio Silva. It still took him about a year to adjust. So, you know, for Fabio now, between now and next season, we want to see him improving and bulking up and hopefully be an adequate backup forward next season for Wolves. But we never really turned it on, full stop. Second half came, of course, then we saw the first goal. Very fortunate for Danny Ings, but you know, you need that luck in football sometimes. John Ruddy made a great save. You know, Danny Ings through on goal. John Ruddy makes that good save and just bounces off Danny Ings' leg and rolls in. Goes to VAR, but yeah, he was well onside, really. And we just didn't offer enough. In the end, we made those changes. Well, 8-0 did come on at half-time for Johnny. We saw Neto come on eventually for Vitinha, it was. But before that, we saw Jose and Adama come on as well. But yeah, it wasn't good enough. There was no final ball once again for Wolves. We didn't test them enough. Best chance of the game, you'd say, possibly, is the Adama Traore opportunity. Ball comes in. Salisu for Southampton on his debut misses it. And Adama, for some reason, again, has side-footed it. He did that against Leicester. We saw when Neto went on a mazy run. He side-footed it rather than putting his foot right through it. I think if he's got even more power on that, I think that's 1-1. Maybe it's something they've been telling him to work on in training, trying to get it a bit more accurate with the side foot. But for me, you've got to be lacing those. Just try and blast it at goal as much as you can. And then in the end, we saw the second goal. Who to blame? Do you blame the pass to Ruddy or do you blame Ruddy? You know, for me, Ruddy's just got to clear that away. Such an awkward one on the bounce. I know you've been put under pressure, but there's no point in putting your defender back under pressure. So it's a rubbish pass by both players. Ruddy's put himself under pressure. And in the end, Southampton grabbed the second goal right at the end of the game, off the inside of the post and in. And yeah, it was a very nothing game. Southampton deserved the win, I'd say, but disappointing to concede a sloppy goal like that. They did get a penalty right at the death as well, which was overturned by VAR. Correct decision there, but yeah, pressure's on now for me for Sunday. We have to win on Sunday. There was no point in dropping these boys and resting the front three, our best players in Adama Traore and Pedro Neto. So we've got to turn it around and get a win on Sunday and get 3 points. But disappointing, I say it every year. I've said it for the last 3 or 4 years on Talking Wolves. The FA Cup is one tournament I think Wolves can take seriously and stay competitive in. We saw it a couple of years ago getting to the semi-final. It's a domestic cup. We've not seen Wolves lift one of those for a long time. Most people in my generation. But yeah, disappointed. But yeah. It's one of those. Onto Sunday's game against Southampton. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you all very, very soon.